Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Let me get settled in and make sure I am on the right page for a right group. We're waiting for some people to come in, so just hang out for a minute while I do my technical stuff on the side. So let's see. Make sure I'm going live and sharing this in my group. There we go. Looks like we are live. How is everyone? Hey, you got me. Maureen is here. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy New Year, my friends. Hope you had a wonderful New Year. We're just going to wait for a little bit. I'm going to invite some friends to come in while we just hang out. Have to do all this technology stuff, all this techie stuff on the back end. So we're inviting people in. All right, I think we got some people in. Let me catch up on comments. Hi, Mickey. How Tanya? How Gloria? How is everyone today? Today is Witchy Wisdom in the group. I hope you guys are doing well. It's going to be kind of a short video. Give me some hearts and thumbs up if you guys had a great weekend, great holiday, if you really don't want to go back to work, that kind of thing. Sucks to have to go back to work. Happy New Year, Gloria. And I'm going to butcher your name. Adon Jesus, Morin. Sorry. Hello, Alex. Thank you for being here live with me today. It is a nasty, rainy, dreary, cold day today in Austin, Texas. So I am in my thermal jammies and trying to stay warm by the fire. And so today is just hanging out, doing back-end stuff, saying hello to everyone. It's the first Witchy Wednesday of the year for us in the group. So yay, we made it. Pretty close. I'm sorry, pretty close. Shelly's here. Hello, everyone. So hello to everybody that's new. Let me introduce myself. My name is Madam Z. I'm a magical life coach and a master tarot counselor. I empower women to come out of the witchy broom closet and live a most magical life by teaching them and mentoring them through magical practices so they can take more control of their life through magical energy. Oh, Alex was like, oh, Tanya, thank you for being here. It's cold and windy here and frozen snow on the ground. Yeah, it's supposed to have some frost here today. So I had to go cover all my plants, and then my plants, all the sheets and stuff got rained on, so it's wet, and I'm like, please God, don't freeze my plants. I need my plants, so I'm hoping that they don't freeze. So, hey, Cindy, welcome, welcome. So you guys are new. I welcome you to the group. If you are an older member, I thank you for being here with me from the beginning and taking part in the group. And Kim's here. Hey, Kim. So today, it's Witchy Wednesday, and I try to go live every Wednesday for you guys to teach you some stuff on what's going on. So I wanted to talk about the dangers of spell casting and what happens when you don't specify what you want when you do spell casting. I don't know if you can see it, but back there is my spell that's going. I always have like some kind of money spell or prosperity spell going. So every time I either pay bills or every time I have money coming in, that is balancing the energy out. So every time I have to pay a bill, I always thank the universe for giving me the money to pay the bill. And every time I receive money, I always thank the universe for the abundance and prosperity. And I always say, thank you, more please. So as you can see, that spell's always going in the back, and I'll change it up some depending on what's going on. So here's the dangers of spell casting and what happened to me. And I had to share this because do we have any spellcasters or people who do candle magic, rituals, anything that has to do with changing the energy of where you're at, kind of manipulating the energy in the situation. If you're here and you do love that, give me some hearts up, please. Hi, Rebecca. Hey, Caitlin. Give me some hearts up. Let me know that you are into rituals and magic. Spell casting is my favorite too. Caitlin's here. Hello, Lana. Caitlin does. Yeah, look at the hearts. I'm a candle magic junkie. So here's what happened to me. And I want to tell you because I had to share. Oh, look at the hearts. Yay. The dangers of spell casting. So I put a sale out. A New Year's Day, New Year's Eve sale, 24-hour sale for all my Thinkific Madam Z's School of Witchery classes. Okay. And every time I do an offer, every time I open anything up to receive new clients, or anytime I do anything of manifesting, I always say like a little spell over it, you know, for abundance and prosperity. And I always tell the universe specifically to what I want. So, hey, Rebecca, thank you for joining me. So what happened is when I put that sale out, I told the universe that I want $500+ in 24 hours. That's all I said. I was like, universe, I open the doors. I remove all the blocks. Please let my ideal client come in. I need to manifest $500 in 24 hours. So that's what I did. Okay. So then I just went to sleep on it. I lit my candles, did my spell work, manifested that, posted it on all of my Instagram stuff, social media, and my newsletters and all that kind. You probably saw it all over the place. And so I woke up this morning and I received more than $500, which is a good thing. But I didn't specify that I wanted $500 plus from that sale of my Thinkific course. So I was like, well, damn, thank you, universe. I appreciate that. But I got $500 from other sources, like other clients, from the hotlines, from, you know, gigs that I did that was expecting payouts. So that I was like, well, okay, that shows me that I was not focused enough on this spell, that I need to make sure I am specific on when I do spell casting and what I want. Hey, Allison. So have any of you done that before? Because I have. This comes with experience of spell casting. And I just sat back in my chair and I was like, well, damn it, Susie, you've been doing this for so long. You should have known not to just do a blanket statement about $500. Okay? Because you're going to open yourself up to, hey, Robin, hey, Karen. Open yourself up to receiving that money sometimes from different sources. And also sometimes you can receive that money on things that aren't so good. So for example, like a settlement that came in from something that was, you know, that went wrong, or, you know, you could get that $500 from you being like a severance package of being laid off, or something kind of negative attached to that 500, 600, whatever you set for that to manifest. So that's why it's important that you say for the highest good, that this is positive money coming in, positive energy. And I was in such a hurry just to do it because I was tired, and I wasn't specific about it. I didn't tell the universe that I wanted it to come from that source of income only. Not that I'm complaining. Trust me, I'm not. I'm right. But the funny thing is, though, the universe has a sense of humor, and the universe will tell you and give you exactly what you want. So if you're not specific enough, it will tell you and give you exactly what you ask for. So that is why it is important that you know the dangers of spell casting. For instance, if you just ask for, I just want abundance. I just want abundance in my life. Well, the universe is going to give you a shitload of socks, a shitload of problems, a shitload of, you know, I don't know, weeds, a shitload of your stress, because that's what you asked for, was an abundance. You didn't specifically ask them or the universe what you wanted abundance in. So the universe granted to you what you want to manifest, You're like, okay, Susie, you asked for abundance. I did exactly what you wanted me to do and what you asked. And you're like, yes, I did. My bad. I screwed up. So that is why it is important that you speak specifically what you want when you're doing spell casting, because spell work is a powerful thing. It changes the energy. It changes what you want, what direction you're going in your life. It manifests things in your life that you've been working on for so long. If you aren't dedicated, if you aren't focused, if you aren't specific enough, the spell is just going to go, all right, universe is like, all right, I'll just give you what you want. Yeah, Rebecca is my circle sister here in Austin. So yeah, we've done a lot of spell work together, a lot of rituals and circles. So she knows exactly what I'm talking about. And we talk about that too. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Susan. Thank you for being here. So that is my story about what the hell happened this morning when I decided to do some open roads and removal of energy, abundance spells of money, when I wasn't specific enough. So that is what happens. For example, when you do a love spell, I don't ever do love spells on anybody, but I do love spells on a person as far as open to receiving love. You don't ever want to change your someone else's free will, right? So I don't ever do like love spells on someone else. But you want to be specific with what you do, what you want to manifest. That's why it's important that you are, yeah. Alex is lucky I speak laws of attraction. It works for spellcasting. Yes. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Enjoying this kind of nice day in Austin as far as to stay in. I'm so thankful I don't have to go out in the rain. Yay for that, because I am not a rain person. Should be, because I'm an earth sign, so I do not like rain. So anytime it's cold and rainy outside, I always love the chance to just sit inside and do my business stuff on the back end. So yeah, so I thought that was just so funny, because the universe will give you a swift kick in the butt and it will wake you up, and she would tell you, what the hell are you doing? You weren't specific enough. So that is why it's important that you be mindful of what you do. You set sacred space. You don't rush. You take your time. You shut the door. You sage or smudge or whatever you need to do. You set sacred space, like I said. You are mindful. You quiet your mind. You don't do it in a rush. You write down on pieces of paper what you want to manifest, specifically what you want to manifest, and don't just do it in haste, because that energy is going to be chaotic. You're going to miss something and it's going to backfire on you. I promise you, I've had it done. I'm lucky that I didn't say something else, or I didn't forget something else, and it backfired on me big time. I still got the money. It was just from a different source from what I wanted it to come from. So I was just like, well, this is why it is important for us who have been doing it for a long time to go back to the basics, because we have been doing it for such a long time. We forget how it is to be a newbie, and we forget the basics. We forget the foundations of spellcrafting. Tanya was like, Mama said, never pray for patience. It brings tribulation. That's how practice begins. Patience. Exactly. Patience for all. Yeah, I'm not a patient person. I don't even try to ask for patience anymore, because it's just not going to help. I ask for understanding, I suppose. So that's why it is important for us who have been in it for a long time to start back with the basics, because we forget. We get in a hurry. Life gets insane, because last night when I was doing the ritual and my spell work, I was tired. I wanted to go to bed, but I knew I had to do this. I had to get it done. My heart wasn't really in it. It was like, I'm going to manifest it and blah, 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 speak. And then I was like, done, I'm going to bed. And I forgot a lot of stuff. That is why, hey, Amanda, that is why it is important that you carve out specific times and specific days, I guess, on spell crafting. And sacred space is huge. I don't care if you have to tell your family, look, you got to give me 30 minutes. I am doing spell work. I am doing some ritual stuff. I'm closing the door. You fend for yourself for 30 damn minutes. I have to manifest some stuff. You have to set a sacred space. You have to do your mindset work. You have to do all the stuff that I teach my clients in, basic Chick the Badass Witch to do. And I'm going to be the first one to tell you, I totally fucked up. I screwed up on that yesterday because I just failed as a teacher. I just failed because I didn't even take my own advice because I was so tired. And I was like, what kind of example am I setting for my students? But it happens to the best of us. Life gets crazy. Life gets insane. Shit backfires, and you become what I call like a lazy witch. Okay, everyday witch. Which is important that you start looking at carving out your time, carving out, preparing. Sometimes they call it magic on the fly, which is fine, but you still quiet your mind. Even though you're pulling from stuff that universe has given you, like in the world or in the field. If, for example, if you wanted to buy something super, super fast and you didn't have anything, you can pull a branch or a twine or a twig or something off of the tree and bind that person with the vine. But you still are very intentional. You still quiet your mind. You still put up your protection bubble. I didn't even do that. I didn't even do any of that yesterday. And it totally friggin' backfired. Because even though the money came in, the money didn't come in from the source that I wanted it to come in at. So it was a life lesson for sure. And that was the one that, the universe was like, hold up, girl. You need to reevaluate. You need to make sure that you are living, your most authentic witchy self, and that you are doing the basics of witchcraft, right? And manifesting. And Karen says, I love how no one is around. And then all of a sudden, anyone wants to call and talk to me during the spell work or when I'm in the middle of cleansing my house. I know. Distraction. That's the biggest thing for us, right? Distraction of life, distraction of family, distraction of the responsibilities of health, and distraction of just everyday living. If you don't put it on your calendar to do that work, then you're going to miss it. If you don't put it on your calendar that, hey, today is, Imbolc, I've got to put it on my calendar. I am making time for this. I am telling my friends and family that they have to, I'm going to be off of the grid for a couple days or a couple hours, while I'm in ritual with my friends, celebrating the wheel of the year. It is now, the full moon. I'm going to be in sacred space with my sisters from this time to this time. Do not call me. Crack open a friggin', can of soup if you need to. Do whatever you need to do to set your magical purpose and your magical practice as a priority in your life. Because if you don't, you're not going to master it. And you're going to go back to how it was in your mundane muggle life, where you miss all of the magical timings in the wheel of the year, all the moon cycles. And before you know it, 6 months has gone by. You haven't celebrated one moon cycle. You haven't celebrated one moon circle, new moon, full moon, dark moon, whatever y'all want to call it. You haven't bound or made connection with your sisterhood. You haven't done any magical workings. You haven't even celebrated any of the turning of the wheel, because that's how it is so easy to slip back into the muggle life. Mariah was like, man, oh man, I was casting my spell ashes in the sacred waters yesterday. I was so tired from the hike and so excited to be there. I don't even remember what I said. That's why it's, if you're tired, don't do spell work. If you're tired, just sit and meditate and quiet your mind. Play some music. You don't have to be doing everything all the time. If you are not aligned with what you're supposed to be doing, if your mind is not there, it's not going to work. You're gonna start resenting your spell crafting and your practice, because it's not going to come out the way you want it to, and it's going to be discouraging. So Rebecca was like, that's very true. I'm going to take more time this year for myself from the goddess. Girlfriend, you need to, and you should. You need to. So, has anybody else had anything backfire on them, or that's kind of weird, or just like that did not work out the way it was supposed to work out kind of thing? It's kind of, it just reminds me of all the mistakes that Harry Potter made when he was like, Leviosa kind of thing. Karen was, even during the feed, I've had people 3 texts, 2 calls my husband talking to me, dog barking. Maybe I should do a spell for that. Yeah, do a spell for leave me the fuck alone or shut the hell up. Sacred space is good for that. And removing yourself, because if you're still in their energy field, if you're still present in that room, then you're still there to them. Leave the phone in the kitchen. Go outside. Leave everything in the house. Remove yourself from that situation and go outside and be by yourself, or go in the garage, go in the bathroom, go in the closet if you need. Well, I don't recommend that, but some people have altars in their closet because their closets are big enough. But just remove yourself from wherever they are at and from where your phone is at, and put the phone down. They will be there when you get back. They will be there in 15 minutes. You don't have to do a whole huge ritual, 2-hour ritual. They'll be there. I promise you they will. And if they're not going to be there, if they can't do without you for 15 minutes, then you've got to reevaluate your life. That's all I have to say about that. Other people come finding me. Oh, Lord. Boundaries, my friend Karen, boundaries. Say no. Say no. So I just had to share that with you guys, because that's what happens when you're not focused. And let me go to the Facebook page, because I know Mariah posted a question. Let me get to it that we want to talk about. Here it is. Ooh, a couple questions. So Mariah wanted to know, I love the feeling of being connected to both the ancestors and the earth. I'd love to feel this all the time. Any idea how I can channel this all the time? Okay, here's what I do. I actually do altar work. So if you haven't set up your ancestor altar, set your ancestor altar up. Another thing that connects me to my ancestors or people who have crossed over to the other side of the veil and ground and earthing is I spend actual time in a cemetery. And I have harvested many cemeteries of dirt. And make sure you always give a coin, give back seeds, give back fruits, give back flowers when you harvest that grave dirt. But just sitting or even packing a lunch and just intuitively picking a grave and sitting down with that person and just being still and seeing if any messages come through will ground you, for one, because you're sitting on the earth, right? On dirt, consecrated dirt. And second, you're working with ancestors. Okay, it might not be your ancestors, but that doesn't mean that they won't come through and give you a message. Okay, because they know that you're there. So that way you kind of do 2 things at once. So Tanya wants to know, my awareness continues to grow all the time now. My natural state of being is to notice all kinds of little signs in plants and critters. I love it. Yeah, you're awakening. I noticed when I was awakening, noises bothered me, and they still bother me, like high-pitched noises and loud noises. And I really can't stand it anymore, to the point where I'm just like, I gotta leave. I gotta go. I can't be here anymore. I can't stand loud music anymore. I can't stand being in a whole bunch of crowded people. I value very much quiet and still right now. And that's one of the signs you'll be experiencing when you start awakening, is you become more sensitive to outside energy. So make sure you protect yourself. So let's see. Let me catch up on comments. Rebecca's like, I did one for wanting to see my son and granddaughter more. A year later, they still see. Exactly. That's so funny, Rebecca, because yeah, exactly. That's why. So Rebecca says she did a spell because she wanted to see her son and her grandkid more. She did about a year ago. Well, it kind of backfired on her because she wasn't specific enough, or I don't know exactly. I'm just assuming things. And so now they live with her. So I'm kind of thinking that wasn't really in the plans of what you wanted to manifest, but that was true because that is exactly what you asked for. So that's funny, Rebecca. That's funny. Mariah's like, oh, was on a native land yesterday and drove past some beautiful cemeteries, but I cannot disturb those graves. Yeah, those are a little bit harder. Try to go during the day or when it's open, if you can. If you can get in touch with someone who will let you go in, try to get in touch with them. But I really think that you should do some Native American type of ancestor work and grave work if you can. Hello, Andrea. Thank you. Robin was that the more I awaken, the less I can. I know. Isn't that the craziest thing, Robin? I used to be like this party person. I used to go out all the time. Noises never bothered me. But now I'm just like, I can't do it. I'll be in a restaurant. And I'm like, I gotta leave. I can't do this anymore. I gotta leave. Or like at a grocery store. Or I don't even go to Walmart anymore because I can't. I cannot physically go to Walmart anymore. If I do have to go at Walmart, which I try not to, it has to be like at 2 in the morning when no one's there. Or hardly anyone's there. Yes, Shelly, is high-pitched noises are bad for me. I just call it my Chihuahua hearing. Yeah. Rebecca's so funny. Hey, Jackie. People kind of say they do. And when you do an energy work and stuff all the time, it's very important that you ground yourself. I know I do a lot of vending events, and I've done huge events like weekend events, 10 hours a day events, reading people. I'm freaking exhausted by the time I am done with those events because I have taken on so much energy. I have given so much energy. I feel like I have worked out. So I am physically and mentally exhausted for a couple of days after that. One of the residents got my permission. I go shopping late at night. I don't even go shopping that much anymore. I live in Austin, so I have, the luxury of having stuff delivered. If I needed to, if I don't feel like it, I'll just, Instacart it or Uber it, whatever it is. Hazmat suit. I know, to go to Walmart, I just can't. Damn ear has been ringing. That's another thing is the ringing in the ear. You'll notice. I always notice ringing in the ear and headaches, but not like these kind of headaches here. So that's where I'm at. I hate noise of all kinds. Music, loud people, I thought it was going nuts. No, and that's the thing about spiritual awakening is you're like, Susie, my clients will reach out to me and they're like, Susie, I think I'm going crazy. I am so sensitive now to noises and so sensitive to, I had one that was like, I'm sensitive to fabric now. She can't have anything like really rough on her anymore, whereas before it didn't bother her. But now fabric, she has to touch everything and make sure that it feels good on her. So that's just the part of the spiritual awakening. Your senses become so heightened. It's really hard to deal with smells and textures and hearing and noises and headaches. And all of that is just a sign of just spiritual awakening. Electronics, yep, is another one. Oh, you're feeling but feeling like disturbing those graves is just disrespectful in the culture. Okay, here's the thing with that, Mariah. If they can let you go in and you have permission to go in, you go in to the graveyard, you walk around, and you ask spirit or your ancestors or ones who are buried there, is there anyone that wants to speak to me? And as you're walking, and you will feel people or voices or energy pulling you to certain graves, and those are the ones who want to speak to you. And you always ask permission. Is it okay if I sit with you? You just don't sit down and say, hey, what's up, kind of thing. You know, you be respectful. But they want us to come hang out with them. They want us to communicate with them. They don't want us to forget about them. But ask permission. When you start walking the grounds of that graveyard, you ask them, who wants me to come speak to them today? Does anybody want me to company? Do you want me to come sit with you? If you want me to, please let me know, and I'll be glad to sit with you, and we can just talk and share messages. So you're not disturbing them. As long as you get permission, and as long as they are open, and as long as you ask, you are not disturbing them. I promise you, you probably get a shitload of them saying, please come here, please come see me, please come see me. I want to talk. I'm lonely. I need someone to talk to. So just be careful of that, because you'll probably get a lot of people telling you that they want to hang out. So Andrew, ringing in your ear. Yep. Rebecca's, I have problems with groups and packed places because of the spirits I encounter during the day at work. Yeah. Rebecca's a very sensitive person, so she also has that problem of being empathic. Alex, you know, you can strengthen your aura as you can protect yourself. Yeah, I do the bubble up, and I do the energy aura where I push my energy aura out so nobody comes in. So I do a lot of energy work. That's bad energy at Walmart. Could be a loss prevention people equipment. Yeah. But Target and Costco are okay. Yeah, I know. Target, I go Target all day long. Lack of mindset. Yep. Evoke the goddess. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember. Oh yeah. Yeah. Chalking it up to being cranky old. I thought about that too. I was like, maybe I'm just getting old. Get off my lawn. But I don't think I am, because I like to hang out with people like me who are like-minded. I like smaller groups. I don't like a huge, loud group. But I love ritual. And I love hanging out in circle, and I love hanging out with people who get me. So, and I love having gatherings. So it's not that. It's just the loud noises. And I prefer, because I am an earth sign, I prefer deep drumming, like the primal drumming, not the high-pitched one. Where I get all of mine is the drumming, the deep stuff. That's where I get. Hey, Rachel. So that is all the questions we had. I hope I went over everything. So that is, we talked about the dangers of spellcasting. So be specific. Like I said, I screwed up, totally screwed up yesterday. It's okay, because, you know, the universe was like, reality check. You need to get back to your basics. You need to slow the hell down, right? You need to be more focused in your spell work and not just put that shit out there, because I'm going to show you exactly what you asked for. And they don't care how they get it, because you weren't specific enough to ask for it. So they're not going to be specific enough to give it to you how they wanted it. They're just going to give it to you how you asked for it. They, as in the universe, spirit, source, goddess, gods, whoever you connect with. So on that note, it's 6:04. My mouth is dry. I ran out of tea. I'm putting mugs up in my Etsy shop, so I'm working on that. Super, you're welcome. I got 2 more comments. Beck was like, yes, girl, me too. Wish we all lived on the same block. I know. Wouldn't that be cool? We all had a witchy town. They do Salem, but that's more commercial, I think, now. It'd be cool if we just had a witchy, like, commune. We all worked and lived together on the witchy commune. So anyways, that would be cool, wouldn't it? So anyways, I think that's it. I'm going to go work out, because it is July 2nd. I'm supposed to be eating healthier. I'm supposed to be doing my mindset more. I'm supposed to be doing more active stuff. So I'm going to be going and doing yoga and put myself on a doggone schedule every day, so I know to do some kind of physical activity, some kind of movement that gets me in tune with my mind, body, soul. So I'm totally aligned, because I'm not aligned when it comes to health right now. So I'm working on that. So with that, if you have any more questions, or if you're watching the replay, hit #replay for me, and I will respond to any of the comments afterwards as soon as I get done working out. So wish me luck on that, because, you know, I suck at working out. But, you know, you got to do it. You got to be one with ourselves and in tune with our bodies. So on that note, I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. And we will see you in the Facebook group. Bye.